Welcome back to We're Having Fun. It's the podcast where we're having fun, and I'm Mark. Hi.
Hi, I'm Krista. Sorry, I was just yawning. Don't
So
mind me.
much fun. How's it going? What's up? What are we doing? Any new news today?
I don't think so. Do you have any?
I don't think so. I thought I might, but I can't remember if I do or not.
I feel like a trailer for something came out and I haven't watched it yet. Maybe it was Black Panther 2?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I don't know. I thought I read that, but I'm not sure.
Interesting.
I could be wrong.
God, I really feel like there's something, but I don't know. Well, I guess we can just get into it then.
I guess so.
Nothing else is happening.
This might be a rather low energy episode. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's go Miss Marvel then.
Okay.
All right. What happened?
All right. Well, this was the season finale.
Yes, it is. Finally.
So we get to figure out what's going on, who the bad guys are, I guess.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I hate Damage Control.
Yeah, they're the worst. They're
they're
so... I hate what they did to them.
I just want them to go away.
Yes. And I feel like they're going to stick around for a long time, and that sucks.
It's like, what are they even doing? How are they helping it all?
They're like, we need a new Hydra. Let's make Damage Control stupid. And a bad organization.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, there's a new superhero. There's a new person with superpowers. Let's go capture them. And harass them and try to, like, kill them in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, seriously.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Just stop.
And they're, like, blaming it on this one lady, but everybody in Damage Control is doing it. Like, they're following that order.
Yeah.
And she's got, like, right-hand men that are doing the same deal. And it's not like that dude. The dude acts all high and mighty in the last episode, but he was just a super jerk when they were interviewing, what's her name, Zoe. Like, he was trying to lead it.
He was also a super jerk in Spider-Man.
Yeah, so...
It's not like he's some misunderstood guy.
Yeah.
He's always been a jerk. It's just that they're trying to push it onto somebody else. No.
Are they trying to redeem this random guy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Damage Control sucks.
Get him out of here.
Get them out, man. They're awful. What a bad move by Marvel on this.
I don't know.
Just have them rebuild stuff and shut up.
Because literally, like, when they first showed up, they show up after the Battle of New York and they're there just to, like, do cleanup kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool, that makes sense.
That's exactly
what are they doing now?
Yeah. They're not
know.
a police agency.
Right?
It's stupid.
Okay, anyway.
So, first off, screw Damage Control.
Yeah, so they're basically blaming Kamran for blowing up the Circle Q.
Right.
But it was their stupid little droid who did it.
Yes.
What in the world? I don't know. I'm so annoyed at them.
It's so bad.
So, Kamran and Bruno run out and they go, like, onto the subway or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Kamran's hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. And they're like, he's using his powers, though. Yeah. And in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is not a secret, apparently. But they do manage to get away from them.
Yeah.
Then you see that Kamala is home. Mm-hmm. Her and her mom, they're back home.
She's coming clean.
Mm-hmm. She's telling her family that she's the new superhero in town or whatever.
Yeah.
And her brother calls her Nightlight again. Yeah. And I wrote down, please, just let this die.
And everybody already knows her mom let it slip already.
Her mom told the dad, and the dad told... Yeah, the dad told everybody.
Oh my gosh, I'm surprised. Kamala.
It's like, what? You're the light girl? No.
This is crazy.
Yeah, so they already know about it. But they all seem to be cool with it, and they're behind her, so...
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a good family.
Yep. And then her phone keeps ringing and she's not answering it. But then finally her brother's phone rings and he looks at it and it's like, it's Nakia here. It's for you. And she's worried about Bruno.
Yeah.
She's like, I've been trying to get in touch with him. I can't. I don't know what's going on. And
blew up.
The Circle Q blew up and I can't find him. What are we going to do,
Yeah.
And before she can head out to go figure out what's going on, her mom gives her a new outfit.
Uh-huh.
And you were going, Hulk, Hulk.
Would have been cool.
But it was not the Hulk costume that she made. It was a new swanky outfit.
Yeah, it's very like her comic outfit. It's very good. Even did the big long scarf. I like that.
It's very cute. And she's got like, it's got like a little skirt kind of thing, but it's got leggings underneath. And she can still wear her Converse or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Very nice costume. Was she working on that with the grandma back in Pakistan? I can't remember. I don't know why that came to my head that they were working together on something.
I don't know because
Maybe they were just looking at pictures or something.
Because they just found out that she had superpowers right there at the end, so they wouldn't have had time. I don't know how this mother had time to make this outfit.
And it's a very nice outfit. She's very good at
it.
I guess she made that awesome Hulk outfit, though, so...
I guess so. I mean, pretty quickly, because it was basically like, okay, you can go to this party, but you're going to have to wear this kind of thing. So, yeah, she's just a whiz at the sewing machine, I guess. Mm-hmm. So Bruno and Kamran show up at the mosque. Yeah. They're going to hide out there.
Nakia finds them.
Yeah, she's there, and she's like, what are you doing here? Damage control has already been here once. They're going to they can easily come back. Mm-hmm. And you should probably go to the high school. Because
there's never anybody at school on Saturdays.
On Saturday.
Like, that's not true at all. Like, some Saturdays, but there's a lot of stuff always going on. Activities, organizations, games.
Games, maybe, but for like when I went to high school, we didn't have like stuff on the weekends, really.
There's stuff on the weekends, yeah. There's always events. I mean, not always, but it's pretty frequent. I would say go Sundays. Okay. Sundays, there's never anything happening.
Well, maybe there was stuff going on there on Saturdays, and I just wasn't invited. I don't know. Oh. So thanks for making me real sad.
Oh no.
I already had someone passive-aggressively say something to me yesterday, which almost made me break down. Come on, man. Okay. It was your fault.
I mean...
You got me in trouble.
I did.
Okay, so, yeah, she's like, go hide out at the school instead. Mm-hmm. And, of course, it's a good thing she says that, because here comes... damage control.
Yep, they're there.
And they're like, we're going to search the place. We're looking for this certain person they, like, describe. And then somebody's like, well, that's, like, everybody here.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all of us.
Yeah.
And then there's this one guy who comes up. I can't remember his name, but he's like... he brings out like this
the cookies.
thing of chocolate chip cookies. Yummy, yummy chocolate chip cookies. He's like, everybody loves my cookies. Yeah. He just wants to give them cookies.
Yeah.
That's cute.
They're very nice.
They are. I like them.
Yeah.
So they, of course, damage controls. They're complete jerks. So they're like, well, we're going to go search everything. Yeah. So they spread out and start searching. Nakia's like, don't go into this room. It's sacred. You can't go in there. And then they're like, what's in there? And she's like, oh, it's just like cleaning products. I'm like, cleaning products are sacred. Nakia, come on, girl. But, she's like, you're
gotta
not
clean out the devil.
So she's like, just don't tell anybody that he's here because it's a secret, and it's her boyfriend. She has a boyfriend,
apparently, or at least that's what she says.
That's what she says.
Yeah. And
then later at the end of the episode, he's like talking about it. And he's like, "Yeah, she said I'm her boyfriend." It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So and he was in an earlier episode, but it hasn't really said much about him. I remember him. So Kamala shows up because she's been looking for him. She shows up as if they're leaving the mosque.
Yeah, meets him in the alley, basically.
And then Kamran something happens to him. He starts like holding his stomach or whatever, and then like power starts like kind of pulsing out of him, and he says that it feels like he's being crushed from the inside out.
Yeah. Not sure what's going on with that.
Not sure.
It's his mom in there trying to get out.
I guess so. She's just gonna like burst out of him like from like an alien or something?
Probably. I hope so.
That would be interesting. So they've got to figure out how to get Kamran out of here. Yeah. So Kamala calls Kareem, and he says that he can get him out. He can, if they get him to like the pier or whatever.
He's a little hesitant because he's the son of the clandestines, which they're enemies and all that. But he's like, yeah.
He's like, sure, I can help out. So he's like, meet somebody at this place.
Yeah.
And I can't remember his name.
Damage control shows up, but they escape, basically.
Yes.
They take off. So
So they get out of there, they get to the school, they get inside, and they're like, all right, there's nobody here. Except here comes Zoe out of nowhere. It's like, what are you doing here? But apparently she uses the auditorium, I think it was, to do like TikTok videos or something.
Yeah, it's good sound or something.
Or good lighting or something like that. She's like, it's the perfect place to do TikToks.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay.
And we have a big Zoe face turn. She's a good person now, which she does.
She wasn't really...
She wasn't bad,
bad. She was just kind of like, I don't know.
She has a big face turn in the comics, too. She turns into a good person.
Okay.
When the world ends. She's like, I'm so sorry, I screwed up. I was such a bad person before. I insulted your religion and all that stuff.
Oh, jeez.
That's my bad, bro. And she was cool after that.
Okay. But so she's there and she's like, I'll help you distract damage control or whatever. Because, of course, they found them at the school.
Of course.
So they have to figure out a way to get Kamran out of there. And Kamala also. Mm-hmm. And then Kamala's brother Amir shows up.
They're doing like this planning session and like planning all this stuff going there, and people just keep showing up. Like, how did you get it?
Where did you come from?
I don't. But he's like, I crawled in the window over there.
He's like, I went to school here too. I know how to get in here. So
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then their damage control, the girl from damage control, I think her name is Deaver. I'm not really sure.
That sounds right.
But she is talking about how these, what are they calling them? It's like it's not a person with powers, but it was basically that.
I don't know.
I'm so annoyed that I can't think of what it is. But basically, she's just saying these people with powers are just leaving a trail of destruction all over the city. And I'm like, only because you're chasing them.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get away from you.
Blowing things up.
And you're like shooting things, and you're actually the ones leaving the trail of the destruction.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's like, get out of here.
Yeah. And part of their plan is like send out a bunch of Instagrams and whatnot to their followers to tell them what's going on and that they're being attacked by damage control, basically. And
because Zoe has
harassed.
Zoe has a big following, and so she's like, they've got us trapped in the school, and it's really scary. Somebody help us.
Yeah. So that brings everybody in the community sees it. Everybody follows her, apparently.
Yeah,
even
I guess so.
Kamala's mom and dad.
Well, I think that people follow them, and then they're sending it to other people, because I think that's how they get it, because somebody texts it to the mom or the dad or whatever, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is our kid. Oh gosh, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
So they send in damage control. They think at one point that there's like that they've set up a bomb, but it's like a speaker.
Yeah. The disco ball. Which
is the second time in the past week that there has been, because when we were watching Thor Love and Thunder, there's that one part where Valkyrie pulls out what Jane thinks is a grenade, and she's like, no, it's a speaker.
Yeah.
That's the second time. It's so weird that
they're going to start selling those. They got to plug them in everything.
So anyway, they come in, they start shooting things with their little...
willy-nilly.
Yeah, with their whatever...
pulsing sound wave guns.
I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
But, they're new tech or whatever. So.
Everybody's wearing the same thing, hoodies, and so they confuse them. It's kind of like the Harry Potters, where there's like 7 Harry Potters and they all fly away. Yeah. That's what they're going for.
Yep, that's what they're trying to do.
Baseballs at them.
There's one point
Very Home Alone-ish.
There's one point where they go into like the science lab or whatever, and they've got like all these like skeletons set up, but one of them drops something into a vat, and it creates like this foam or
elephant
whatever.
Toothpaste, and it goes everywhere, fills up the whole room, even goes down the stairs.
So and then there is this little moment where Kamala and Kamran are together hiding, and they hold hands.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Of course,
and then Bruno walks in, and it's like, dang it.
Why wouldn't he?
Because I like Bruno.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
He's so sweet. And it's like, come on. Why do you have to do this right in front of him?
It's a shame.
But he's like, it's okay, I'll cause a distraction so that you guys can get away. And that's what he does. And he comes in there, and somebody like smacks him.
Yeah, with a gun, just hits him with the barrel of their gun. That's just messed up.
Yeah. He gets like pistol whipped, basically. And ouch.
Pistol whipping a child.
Right? It's like,
Way
I mean,
to go,
sure, he's like
guys.
probably 16, but still.
Yeah, I don't care.
No,
Still.
don't do that. Oh, but then they're about to get caught. Like, all the others get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the two people that they're trying to catch.
Yeah.
And they come around a corner, and they're kind of like surrounded by damage control. And Kamran just starts like, he's about to kill people.
Yeah.
And it's like, Kamran, you can't just kill people.
Yeah.
That's not what we do.
Yeah.
And so he and Kamala end up, she's like trying to stop him from hurting people, and he runs away.
Mm-hmm.
He goes outside of the school, and damage control is all out there. There's like a huge crowd and everything, and they just start shooting at him.
Shooting real bullets.
Like real bullets.
Him. Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know.
Damage control. What is your problem?
Yeah, they're insane. They are the worst villains, I guess, ever. I hate them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, of course, Kamala has to come out and try to help and try to stop him from getting hurt and the other people from getting hurt. Mm-hmm. She ends up wrecking this truck at one point, flips it over and everything.
She embiggens, which was a big mark out moment for me.
Okay.
Very happy because she embiggens a lot in the comics, gets her big old feet, big old hands, smashes stuff. And it's a lot of fun. She got real tall and stuff. It's great. Good to see.
But yeah, she wrecks this truck and then she immediately goes up to it and was like, "Are you guys okay in there?" She's like, "I just needed to get this truck out of the way, but I want to make sure everybody's fine."
Yeah. And the community showed up too at that time. They're all trying to figure out what's going on. They're freaking out that they're shooting at children, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It is. And Kamran still is like trying to hurt people. It's like, you gotta stop. And then he just loses control. And his powers kind of balloon out. And they're like...
Yeah, he's just like spreading spike crystals everywhere.
Yeah, it's a real Elsa from Frozen moment.
It's kind of like he's turning into the veil or whatever. Maybe he's like the doorway and letting in the other side, basically, and just turning everything to crystal. Yeah,
I don't know. But, so she creates like this bubble with her hard light around them both to kind of try to calm him down and everything. And then she's like, "Okay, you have to get to the docks or whatever. Someone's going to help you." And she just punches a hole in the ground.
A big hole in the ground. I guess that leads to the docks. I don't know how. I don't know if she went all the way to the sewers so he can jump into the sewers and get there. Yeah, it doesn't really go into detail. I think they were just like, I don't know, man. Just like put a hole he can escape through.
We got to get him out of here somehow. So his powers...
Guess he has powers too, I guess.
Yeah, but his powers start like fading a little bit. Yeah. And he gets in the hole and... He's just gone.
He's just gone.
And then all these people, like all the people, the crowd that has come to see what's happening, they go and surround Kamala.
Yeah.
And even like some of damage control too.
No, I think it was the police. I think it was the police that were just there. I couldn't
tell if there was like police or if it was more damage control people or what.
Yeah, it was weird. They were all dressed the same, so it's hard to tell.
It's like, who's who?
And it was dark, so it's like, I don't know.
But yeah, so they surround Kamala so that they can't get to him. And then Deaver gets a phone call from the other guy, and he's like, "You're in big trouble now, miss.
I can't believe you did that.
You went against everything that I told you to do."
Yeah.
Which he did tell her not to do that.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Do it anyway."
Yeah.
Go in there. It's like,
I didn't believe him at all that he was upset about this, because I don't know. It doesn't make sense. This whole thing is stupid.
Yeah. Anyway, so Kamala ends up getting away.
Yeah.
And then everyone is talking about her on social media. And that's when you noticed.
Yeah. G. Willow Wilson was one of the people that said it. She was one of the creators and did all and wrote all the Miss Marvels and everything. So
yeah, she was the woman who was like, "She looks so familiar."
Yeah. I was like, oh man. But yeah, I always wondered why she wasn't in the credits or anything in all the other ones. I was like, that's weird that she's not getting any credit for Miss Marvel. But I guess, I don't know. She showed up in this, so I guess that's something. But yeah, I know Marvel has a history of like not really giving props to the creators that create the things they write off of and stuff. So I don't know. Hopefully this worked out okay, because I like this thing. I also had a problem with Kamran. Going back to Kamran.
Okay.
He really changed his tune on his mom. Because before he was like he was wanting to protect Kamala, he thought maybe his mom was bad, didn't agree with her, and then
I don't know if she.
And then he was all like, "My mom was great. This is what she wanted to do. We gotta do this or whatever." And he turned bad for. I felt like he turned bad for no reason. I feel like they were trying to make him a villain for no reason. I didn't like his motivation. Hello.
Sorry, I'm looking at something because I forgot to look something up, and now I don't know what to even look for. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention during that last little bit.
Anyway, so yeah, everybody loves her. Social media loves her. Mm-hmm. She's a hero. Mm-hmm. She even sits on the streetlight, which is one of her famous deals.
Yeah, I think that's a little toward after she talks with her dad.
Yeah.
Because they go out on the roof and they're talking, and he says, that they didn't think they were going to be able to have more kids after they had Amir, and then she was kind of like their miracle baby. Mm-hmm. And then he tells her that Kamala means wonder or marvel. And that's what I was trying to look up to see if it's actually true, because I don't remember what language he said. So.
He said in Arabic.
Okay.
Because they speak Urdu. And it was like Kamal in Arabic.
Okay. Because I could just keep seeing that it means lotus. Or beautiful. So, I don't know.
Perfection, superiority, distinction, completion, conclusion, accomplishment. Okay,
well, I mean, I don't really see where wonder or marvel comes from that,
they're stretching it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with the language.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was nice. Yes, he kind of gave the endorsement to her to be a hero.
Mm-hmm. I really like the dad still.
Yeah, he's good.
So, yes, I guess she's technically not Miss Marvel.
Not yet, at least.
They haven't said that that's not what she's going by, but I don't think she's really going by anything right now.
It's not like that last Fantastic Four movie where they were like, what should we call ourselves? Well, we're 4 people. We're fantastic. I got it, guys. We're the Fantastic Four.
Well.
Like, your name means Marvel. You're a Ms. You know what?
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, maybe?
I mean, at least she's not being called Nightlight, hopefully, anymore, because I can't take that.
Yeah, it's bad.
So then we flash forward to 1 week later. Kamran has left his car behind, because he's out of the city. He's gone.
Mm-hmm. And he met up with, what's his name?
Yeah,
Kareem.
with Kareem. And Bruno was like, yeah, he left it for me.
Yeah. I'm just going to drive it to California.
It's like, Daddy though. And so Nakia's like, no, I'm going to take this. So anyway, Bruno is talking to her and he says, I was looking at, I guess, her blood work or whatever.
Yeah, and he's also been doing it on her family too.
Yeah, because he had been trying to figure out where her powers come from and everything. And he's like, it's really weird because you're the only one in your family who has this. Mm-hmm. It's like some kind of mutation.
Yeah. And I missed... Whenever they did it, that they played. I missed that.
I missed it too, but I heard about it later.
Yeah.
And of course, when they said mutation, we looked at each other.
Yeah.
And you were like, Inhuman? And I'm like, I was thinking more X-Men, but okay.
I still am not sold on it being an X-Men. I don't like it. I don't know why. Just like, I don't know. It's just a weird person to have bringing in the mutants, Yeah. I love Ms. Marvel, but... And are we just saying... Who cares about the Inhumans? Like, to be fair...
Oh, I think they're saying who cares about the Inhumans. I
don't know, though. I mean, why would they bring back Black Bolt if they don't care at all about the Inhumans? Because the Inhumans have good stuff. It's just that terrible TV show is the worst thing they've ever done. But everything else, they have really good potential.
I mean, if they ever do it, they're going to have to just say that whatever... That TV show is not canon anymore, and then start over from scratch.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody cares about that.
I was going to say, no one's going to mind.
Like, actually, in the Inhuman show, see, I don't know. I feel like it just kind of lessens the like impact of bringing in the mutants. Like when you would like maybe get, I was wanting like a big reveal of like, here's some mutant that we know and is there, and then it's like, oh, awesome, I know this thing, but then it's like, oh, okay, I guess she's a mutant.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, I don't know. And I don't know. It just, I love that they're bringing in the mutants, but I don't know. I don't agree with the way they did it.
So if they are bringing in the mutants, if they're going to have the Xavier School for gifted youngsters or whatever it's called, is Kamala going to go there?
I mean, by the time they actually have it, because I don't think mutants are coming until next
She's going to be like, I'm old enough to be a teacher.
30s. Yeah. So I don't think so. But
she's like,
knows?
well, I'm just going to run over to the Xavier School and do a quick little TED Talk to the kids there.
But, maybe, I don't know. See, I'm trying to think of where they're going with the rest of the stuff, right? Because I don't know what they're doing with the rest of the MCU.
I'm like, I don't know if they know what they're doing with the rest of the MCU. There's so much stuff that they're trying to juggle right now that it's like, what?
Yeah.
They're bringing so much new stuff in.
Like, I feel Black Panther's going to be very Black Wakanda-centric. I didn't mean to say Black Wakanda. I think Black Panther's going to be very Wakanda-centric.
Yeah.
And then, like, Guardians maybe will show the global threat, that's out there. I don't know.
Universal threat, more like.
Yeah. Cosmic threat.
Yeah.
Kang, maybe. I really thought Thor would do more, but I don't know what Thor did. And then the Marvels maybe really hit it home. And then we may even see mutants there if Miss Marvel's there.
Yeah.
And maybe they're trying, because we got to talk about the last scene of this, where she's, I guess, was there anything else that happened? No.
I don't think so. I think it was just the post-credits scene after that.
Yeah. So the post-credits scene is her bangle starts going crazy.
Yeah, because she's just like sitting on her, or laying, because she's just like laying on her bed and it starts like sparkling and doing all kinds of stuff. And she's like, what in the world is going on? So she stands up. She's looking at it, and then suddenly she gets, like, thrown into her closet.
Yeah, and then comes out, and she's Brie Larson.
Yeah, she's Captain Marvel.
Yeah, and at first I was like, did she, like, change her shape into Captain Marvel? Because she does that in the comics.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's weird, but I don't think so. It's her. Yeah.
Yeah, because she looks around, and she's looking at this place like she's never seen it before.
Yeah, she's confused.
Yeah, and she's like, oh no, what has happened?
Here's what I don't know. It's not that I'm hoping it's not true. Maybe it is. So in the comics, my favorite character, Rick Jones, as you know,
gosh.
I love Rick Jones.
Rick Jones, here we go.
I hate Rick Jones. Rick Jones and Captain Marvel had this symbiotic relationship, basically.
Okay.
Where Rick Jones wore these things called the Nega bands, which I think I talked about. And they're just like gold bands. And if there was trouble, he could hit them together and Captain Marvel would take his spot. And,
go ahead. I'm forming a theory right now.
So, and then he would, do his stuff in the real world, and then he'd hit him back, and Rick Jones would come back. The thing is, though, where Captain Marvel is when it's not, he's not there where Rick Jones is. He's in the negative zone, which is like another, kind of like whatever the newer verse was. So it's just another dimension. And so Rick Jones, would be sent into the negative zone. It's full of monsters and stuff. Gosh. So Rick Jones is, screwed. While Captain Marvel's just doing whatever. And it sucks for whoever's over there, but yeah. So I'm wondering if that bangle, they're going to make it like a nega band kind of deal, or I don't know what's going to happen. What were you formulating?
Well, what I was thinking is, I don't know if this is going to have anything to do with it, but okay. So when we last saw Captain Marvel, it was like the post-credit scene of Shang-Chi.
Yep.
And they were talking about what's with the 10 rings? What is this?
Yeah.
Okay. So then the 10 rings were in that temple where they found the band, the bangle, and it was on a blue arm.
It's true.
It was on like a blue arm.
Like a Kree.
So like a Kree. And she was part of the Kree. Captain Marvel. So she knows the Kree stuff.
Oh, maybe they are the negative.
And maybe maybe she has found that other bangle.
Maybe. Well, she wasn't wearing anything.
Nah, I wasn't really paying that much attention.
She has gold things on her gloves, but they weren't really bangles.
Well, then this is probably a stupid theory.
Not
but
really.
Anyway, I was going to say maybe she found the other bangle and they're tied together somehow, and that can make them switch places.
That could be.
If they're activated.
That could be, yeah. Maybe those 10 rings... If they are dealing with the negative zone, that is where this guy Annihilus rules, who is this...
Oh, he's fallen.
Oh, boy.
He fell off. It's fine.
And Annihilus is like a big bug who, they take over the universe. They have a really good comic book arc. We should make sure he does.
Okay,
I don't know what he's doing.
I don't think he knows what he's doing. Oh, he's going back there to lay down. Okay. You're laying down over there, bud? Okay, get comfy. Good job.
So, yeah.
Sorry.
If maybe the 10 rings are signaling to a nihilist or something.
I don't know.
And reaching out to him, and maybe that's what she went to investigate.
Maybe.
And everything's getting crazy. That would be cool. I'd be all for that. But they need to hurry up and do something.
Yeah.
To get us interested. And make better movies than they've made the past 2 times.
So I'm kind of curious if what happens in the post-credit scene of Miss Marvel is something that's actually going to happen in the Marvels movie.
I could see that, yeah.
And it'll explain how she gets there.
Uh-huh.
And that'll be it's kind of like a little Easter egg, like okay, this is one little tiny scene from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they get involved together.
To get in, maybe she is in that dimension, and to get into it, she needs somebody that can, like, phase through things,
Open
kind
a
of
veil.
like Photon,
Kind of.
to get in, to go get Miss Marvel, because you know how she got through the barrier of
the hex.
Scarlet Witch, yeah. Okay.
That could be interesting.
We're doing your work for you, Marvel. We're doing our best here. Help us out.
Come to us. We've never written a screenplay, but we'll try.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some possibilities there. We'll see. I think Miss Marvel's probably going to be the linchpin of if it sets it up. Because then after that, I think it's Fantastic Four. And then who knows what that's going to be. If it's going to be an origin story or if they're just going to do a bunch of crazy stuff right off the bat. Oh, I think the thing I was trying to think of, bad news about Fantastic Four, they're casting for Reed Richards.
Oh.
They're not planning on John Krasinski.
Okay, well, at least I got to see him once.
I hate it. I'm sad. And the person they're looking at is that main dude from You.
Oh,
which I hate that dude.
I hate his face. I'm so sorry. I don't know your name. I am so sorry. I don't like your face.
Yeah.
There are certain people, I just don't like their faces. There's him. There was the very first, like in Game of Thrones, there was a guy. Are you done? There was a guy, Dario Naharis. I don't know if you watched it when he was on there.
I can't remember.
But the first season he showed up, it was a different guy than later.
Oh, yeah.
And I did not like the first guy. There was something about him, about his smug little smile. I don't know.
What was he in? He was in something else.
I feel like he was in he was in Deadpool?
Yeah, that sounds
I
right.
think he was in Deadpool.
Maybe.
Maybe the second. Maybe the first one. I don't know. One of them. I'm pretty sure he was in one of the Deadpools.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could not stand him. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. And then they recast him.
Yeah.
And I loved the new Dario.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, this is a Dario I can get behind. But yeah, there's just something about his face and there's something about that guy's face. I just don't like it.
I think the last season I watched was the one where Dario showed up.
Okay.
So I never saw the new guy. Did I leave because of that first Dario? Maybe.
The new guy was the oldest brother in The Haunting of Hill House.
Okay. Interesting.
Very different. Looked absolutely different, but I was good with the change. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, because I know there are a lot of people who hated John Krasinski.
I don't know why you would.
I don't either.
So weird.
Because they're like, well, he died so quickly in it. And it's like,
that's not his fault.
Not. Exactly. And he just didn't seem like he was really into it. It's like, he had like 5 lines.
That's obviously not true.
Jeez, give him a dang chance.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's disappointing if that's the case.
So what'd you think about this series overall?
Very fun.
Yeah.
I liked it. Colorful. It's like up there in the top of the Marvel shows for me.
Oh, yeah. If it just didn't have such weak villains, I think it would have been one of the best, if not the best. Yeah,
villains were definitely weak. But...
Yeah, because everything else was great. Mm-hmm. I loved everything else. It's just...
Yeah, but sometimes it's better for when you're introducing a new character to have a weaker villain.
I mean, I think it even would have been better off without villains.
Yeah,
honestly, just discovery and finding out everything,
learning all of her powers and stuff.
Yeah, you can maybe set up something for the next season, but I think it was entertaining enough just having her live her life, and maybe the villain is keeping it from her parent.
Yeah,
and have a little minor villain. She can stop crimes around the city or something.
True.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like the villains, but everything else, great.
Yeah, I like her. I like her family. I like her friends.
Yep.
All of that stuff. I like that we got to go to Pakistan.
Yep. Learned a lot. Didn't know a lot of that stuff.
I learned a lot of history.
Yep.
Exactly. It was really cool.
Yeah. And
got to see somebody who's not just like Captain America.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Tony Stark.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Overall, Good stuff.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing her in other Marvel movies.
Yeah, I think
shows.
I think the Marvels will be fun.
Oh yeah, I think so.
That'll be fun.
I mean, I wasn't like the biggest fan of Captain Marvel. It was fine, but I'm hoping that the next one will be better.
Yeah,
especially bringing Miss Marvel in, and I don't know who else. Photon, obviously, but
yeah, and then we'll see.
And Photon, Monica is not happy with Captain Marvel. Like in WandaVision, she was kind of mad at her about something.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, there was kind of a little bit of a beef going on. She was like not talking to her. She didn't want to have any contact with her, so could have some friction there. Maybe
she blames her for her mom dying or something.
Probably.
I don't know. Well, anyway. Let's move on now to the main event. Stranger Things Season 4 Part 2, Scene 1.
Yeah, so this is just 2 episodes because, of course, the second part of the season was only 2 episodes. But...
should have been 3.
Yeah, it should have. I agree. They could have taken episode 9 and split it at some point and... made it into 10 episodes, because it's kind of weird that it's 9 in the first place. It's like, okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like usually their seasons are only 8 episodes long, but, 10 is a nice round number. Yep. 9, weird.
It is.
So, yeah, but the first one was like an hour and a half, and the second episode was like 2.5 hours. Yeah. It's like, okay.
So long.
Yikes.
And there was a spot where they could have cut it. And seriously, I felt like, I don't know, it felt like it was going on so long. We'd stop and be like, there's still an hour and a half left. Yeah. I can't believe this. Not that it was like bad. Yeah. But it was just like a lot was happening, and it felt like it was getting closer to the end, and then it's like, there's still so long left.
Yeah. It's like, there's still 45 minutes left. How?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Last we saw our children in peril. They were, what were they doing?
Well, Nancy and Steve were still in the Upside Down. Nancy
she'd been dreaming.
Yeah, she was like in a trance. Vecna had her in a trance. Yeah. And told her basically his whole life story. Yeah. And
broke it all down.
Yeah, and also 11 was seeing the same thing seeing like her big showdown with him. Yeah. And the reveal that he was one in the laboratory, and then she sends him off into the Upside Down. And what else? Jonathan and Will and Mike and Argyle were all on their way to try to find 11. Yeah. And in Russia, you had Joyce finally reuniting with Hopper. Right. And I guess that's where everything was at the end of the first part?
Yeah, pretty much. And the other kids were like about to get ready for it, I guess, for the battle. I don't know. Or no, I guess they were still dealing with Nancy and Steve being over there.
Yeah, because they were trying to get them back from the Upside Down. Yeah. Yeah, so now we are at part 2. Nancy's still with Vecna at the beginning. Yeah. And he tells her to tell 11. I was about to say everything, because I had 11 everything. Yeah. Tell 11 everything that she sees, because he shows her like the gates opening and monsters coming into Hawkins, basically. Yeah. And it's bad stuff. Yeah. Bad stuff about to happen. Yeah. I don't know how we want to do we want to stick to what was happening?
Yeah, each person, I guess. Why not?
Oh, each person?
Not person, but each group, yes.
Okay, because that's going to make it harder, because that's not how I wrote things down.
Okay, well then we'll do it the other way.
Well, I'm just, honestly, there's not really a lot happening in Russia.
No. Yeah, they escape, basically, and they're like, we gotta go back.
They escape, they call home, or they try to call, and they can't get in touch with anyone. They call the lady that was with Owens, and she says something about Hawkins, that there's a problem in Hawkins. So they're like, oh my gosh, we need to see if we can help them, because they realize that there's this hive mind still going on, and part of the mind flayer is in that Russian prison.
Yeah, they had it in a box. Which is really smart of them.
And they had a bunch of demodogs that were just in, back to tanks. Yep.
Having their own dreams of their past.
Exactly. They're just having flashbacks.
Can't wait for their individual shows. that we get to see.
Yeah. And
their adventures.
So, yeah, they're like, we can go back and try to distract that stuff, I guess, so that they'll distract the hive mind so that whatever they're trying to do in Hawkins will work.
They're like, we need to destroy it. Part of it will weaken the rest of it, so... Help 11.
Yeah. So, also during that point, Joyce and Hopper kiss. And they get to see Hopper's smoking.
Scarred up back. Mm-hmm. It's pretty hot.
And his six-pack.
Yeah, he's hot now.
Which is kind of hot. And get to hear him talking about eating, like, maggoty bread or whatever.
They're like, what do you want to do on our date?
Yeah, she's like, she's like being all flirty. And she's like, so you've been thinking about our date? And he's like, I've been thinking about lasagna and breadsticks.
Breadsticks, yeah.
And she's like, that's what you were thinking about? You haven't been thinking about me? Okay. And he's like, no, I've been thinking about you too, girl. And then they start making out.
Yeah.
And of course the phone rings. But
he's like, but them breadsticks though.
But that lasagna. Oh boy. So yeah, it's ridiculous. Also, Yuri has a helicopter, because that's what they're going to try to fly back to the US on. Yeah. Named Katinka. But it's never been flown before. So it's not really working. So he's trying to fix it. And they're like, you're just stalling. We know you're just stalling. Yeah. But
it's like removing parts and making it not go well.
Exactly. So, anyway, they do go back into,
they split up.
They split up because Joyce, Murray, and Hopper all go back to the prison. Yep. Yuri is supposed to be working on the helicopter, and Enzo, whose actual name is Antonov, Dmitry Antonov, he stays with him.
Yeah, to make sure he gets it done.
Exactly, because he's like, if we just leave him here by himself, he's gonna run off or something. So and he, at one point, he calls him he's like, you're just being a coward. He's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, he's like, where's that Russian hero?
Exactly.
So, okay, this worked on me for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. But, so they head off back into the prison, and they find that there are no guards because...
Everybody dead.
Yeah, because all of those demodogs broke out of their little bacta tanks. So no more flashbacks for them, I guess.
Yep, rough go.
And I don't know how far we want to go into this. We want to go all the way to the end of their story.
I mean, honestly, their story has the least impact.
It does.
I don't see why not.
It does. Okay, so we have all of that happening. There are demodogs everywhere, and so they decide they're going to get them into that little cage area where they were supposed to be fighting them.
They got a flamethrower they're going to use. They're going to burn them all up.
So it takes a little bit to get everything going.
Oh, and they figure out that dust shadow thing went into all the dogs, not demigods.
Yeah. Yes.
So they got to kill those to kill the whole thing.
Exactly. So they find one of them that's like by itself, and they're going to use it to like lure the others in. So that's what they do. Of course, Hopper gets attacked by it at one point.
Yeah, but he's able to hold its whole mouth shut. This guy who's been in prison eating maggoty bread has the strength of 10 men.
And like maybe one jar of peanut butter before he got arrested again. And then Joyce comes up and like tases it. Yeah. Or has like a cattle prod kind of thing.
And the electricity doesn't go to Hopper at all.
No, he's fine. he's good. Fine. But that does lure all the other ones into the little cage. Yeah. And Murray is there with the flamethrower and sets them all on fire. And they all start dying.
Almost all of them.
Well, he sets them all on fire.
Yeah, I guess so.
And the demodogs it kills all of them. But that Demogorgon is still there. Because, of course, there's one Demogorgon. And he's like, I might be still flaming, but I'm fine. I'm going to come after you. So he goes after Hopper. And Hopper grabs this sword.
Of course.
Because there's a sword left over from their little battle. And he cuts off one of its arms, I think. And it's like, okay, you got to go for more than that. So he does cut off its head. And there we go. Demogorgon's dead. Everybody's fine. And then, of course, here comes Yuri and Dmitry in Katinka.
Yep, the chopper. I can't believe they all fit in that thing, honestly.
Yeah, it was pretty small. But, but they do, and they fly out of Russia. So there we go. That's the end of their story for now. Yep. They do show up later, but for now, that's theirs. So yeah, they didn't really have that much to do.
No, it's just, I guess we gotta have them do something.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, they're doing all this stuff to help 11. They don't really know exactly what is happening. They just are doing it because they think it's going to help, but they don't know when they need to do it.
Yeah. I mean, probably any time you did it would probably be fine.
I guess, but I mean, it would have been funny if they had done it, like, after everything had happened. And they're like, oh, well, you know, it didn't really help.
Yeah.
But...
They, like, do this big plan, and then all the Dimma dogs just fall down dead. Like, oh, well, okay.
Oh, well, I guess we didn't really have to do anything.
Well, we tried. We'll tell them we did it.
Yeah.
Burn them anyway.
But, I mean, what they do...
It does help.
It helps.
Yeah.
It's like they just timed it perfectly. I don't know how they timed it perfectly over there in Russia, not knowing anything that's happening in Hawkins, but...
It's because of time zones. That's how it lined up. They could do it any time the time zone lined up, so it's good.
Sure.
Russia has like 7 time zones or something.
I forget how many it is.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. We just saw it last night on one of those quizzes.
Did we? I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. It was that one with all the math. Mm-hmm. Okay. But I can't remember what the answer was. So yeah, that's the Russia stuff. Mm-hmm. I guess we could talk about 11.
Yeah.
Sure. Because most of the stuff that happens in Hawkins, or start with the 11 stuff, the 11 and, you know, in the underground thing.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, most of the stuff happens in Hawkins.
Yeah.
So 11 is still there with Papa, which Papa is the name of episode 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she's still there with him, but she's just seen all of that stuff that happened when she was a kid, that memory, and she's revived. She has her powers back.
She lifted up the tank.
She did. It was a very Empire Strikes Back moment. Mm-hmm. Nice little throwback to Luke on Dagobah.
Yeah.
And, of course, Mike, Will, and Jonathan and Argyle are all still headed that way.
Yeah.
So they kind of converge at one point. So we find out that after what happened when she was little happened, she went into a coma, and then she kind of forgot what happened that day.
Yeah.
And apparently she forgot how to talk too or something, because in the first season she doesn't know how to talk, really.
A lot of brain damage there.
I guess so.
All that blood that got out of her eyes really hurt her brain.
Yeah. So she overhears Nancy talking about what Vecna told her was going to happen. So,
yeah, she like gets into the group, like when they're having that group meeting. Mm-hmm. I don't remember how. I don't remember how. She just like meditates and like travels over there.
Yeah.
So
which she has done before.
Plan. Yeah.
Because she did it to meditate and go into like to find out where Billy was in the 3rd season.
Okay.
So she can do that. It's easier for her to do it if she's like in the
radio or TV or something.
Well, if she's in the tank.
Oh, okay.
Or a tub, I guess. Right. In some cases. So yeah, but she overhears what they're talking about.
She's like, oh no, I gotta get over there. So they're gonna die.
Yeah, she's like, I've got to get there. I've got to save all my friends in Hawkins. Why didn't you tell me that it was as bad as it is? So she gets mad at Papa about it. And he's like, you're not ready. You're not ready to go. Yeah. And she's like, I'm going anyway. And Owens is like, yeah, she deserves to go, you know? So Owens is totally on her side.
Yeah.
And then she starts leaving.
Yeah.
And Papa locks her into the room with the tank with him.
I was so annoyed at this part because I was like, oh no, they're going to do this delay thing.
Oh, yeah.
Towards like, oh no, she's got to stay there for a long time. But it didn't last too long.
It didn't last too long, no.
It was all right, but I was so annoyed at first when I saw that happen.
Yeah.
Papa sucks.
Yeah, he does. So he's like, I can't let you go. You still have to stay here and train. You're not ready for this. And she's like, you're a monster. Mm-hmm. She keeps calling him a monster.
Yeah.
She's like, I thought I was the monster, but it was you the whole time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then
they even lock up little Owens.
They do. They lock him up.
Poor guy.
Yep.
And we don't know how he ends up at the end.
No, honestly. We don't. And we don't. We see him like one more time, and then we don't see him again. I guess he's fine. He's probably still locked up down there. I don't know. Hopefully there are more people down there that didn't get killed.
At worst, he's probably just a prisoner.
Yeah, could be. Because that one, the
army
government guy, the army guy comes, he can go back down there and bring him out. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, getting a little ahead of ourselves, but... So he tells her that she can't go, and she's like, well, I'm going to go anyway. And she starts leaving, and he, like, has a syringe of something that knocks her out. Yeah. And she wakes up, and she's got, like, this collar, like the shock collar kind of thing. Yeah. Around her neck, and she's not happy about it. Nope. And, you know, good on her. I wouldn't be either. Yeah. But then, of course, the army guy shows up with his people.
Yeah.
And they're looking for him. They come in, they start attacking and killing people inside the facility.
Yeah.
So she and Papa escape. Owens tries to tell him, I can put her in a coma and then we can see if it's really her that's doing all this stuff. Because they still think that she's doing all this stuff. And it's like, just get over it. Yeah. It's not him. It's not her.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
Stop trying to make that a thing.
Exactly. So he's like, no, just kill him. Yep. So there are these guys in a helicopter and they are shooting at Papa and 11.
Killed a lot of scientists, a lot of dead scientists all on the ground. Pretty much anybody that comes out, they're taken down.
Yep. So they shoot Papa and he falls and drops her. And then they're about to shoot her and she starts... Well, first of all, they hear horns in the distance. Yeah. A car horn. Because here comes the pizza van. The pizza van. And they're just like, beep, 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 beep. Like, hey. And then they're like, oh, wait a minute. There's something bad going on right here.
We got civvies.
So, so she crashes the helicopter and it crashes into all of the other vehicles.
Yep.
And just destroys all of them.
Yeah.
And
Papa let her go from her little collar.
That's after she meets up with the others.
Is it after? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they show up in the pizza van. Yeah. Pizza van pulls up, everybody gets out, they're like, oh my gosh, 11, they're hugging her and everything, and then suddenly that's when the collar pops off. Right. And you realize, oh, Papa's actually still alive, he's not quite dead yet, so she goes over there and she's basically like, you know what?
Yeah, he does the abuser thing of, I did it all for you. I just wanted to make you happy and make you powerful. Can you just tell me I did a good job?
And I'm so proud of you. And she's like,
no, which I was so happy about. Because if they had doesn't say anything. Had her like, thanks, Papa. That's bull. He's garbage. Yeah, he's a narcissist, power hungry dude.
She basically says nothing and just walks away. Yeah, it was like, good job, Al.
It was great.
Yeah. So, was there anything else that I'm trying to think of? There wasn't really that much that happened with the party in the pizza van before they got there.
Not really. I mean, Will and Mike had a breakdown. We got to see Will's painting.
We did.
Which was of... 11 had wanted him to paint something of their D&D team.
Okay, I have stuff to say about that.
Okay.
It was their D&D team, or their group, and they were each, he was like, Will was the
heart.
The mage... or whatever.
I thought he was a knight.
Mike was the knight.
Oh, Mike. I forgot.
Yeah. Mike is the knight, and he's got, like, on his shield, there's the heart, because he's the heart of the group. And then, like, all the others, it shows all of them as their little characters or whatever. Yeah. And they're fighting some monster. I forget. Maybe
I think it's like Hydra a dragon? Hydra? Yeah.
I'm not sure.
That. Something big.
I think it's a certain type of Hydra, I think, but I can't remember what it was called. But I think it's whatever the very first scene that it has them all play in Dungeons and Dragons. It's whatever they were fighting then, I think. Okay. Thessa Hydra? I don't know.
I'm not gonna know even if you say it.
I'm not either. I recall like one creature from D&D, and it's a bugbear because I always thought it sounded funny. So, yeah, about the painting in the first episode of the season, Elle is writing to Mike. I get them confused also. Elle is writing to Mike and is talking about how Will has been painting something, but he won't show her what it is. Oh, and she thinks that he likes somebody and is painting it for that person, maybe. Oh,
so maybe he's lying.
Yeah, because he's like, oh yeah, she commissioned me to do this. Yeah, but Elle doesn't know what it is. Yeah, so I think he's just lying about it.
Because Will is obviously gay, or at least, some form of queer. Yes. And has a thing for Mike. Yes. And and he can't express his love.
He can't. So he expresses his love as if he's Elle, I think, because he's like, when he's talking about it, he's like, well, Elle just wants this, and it's hard to be different, and and it's like he's really talking about himself, but he's talking as if he's talking about Elle. It's true. And I like how Jonathan is like listening in, and he's like looking in the back. He's like, okay,
he gets it.
He's like, huh.
But man, bad choice, Will. Mike sucks.
Right. Oh my
Mike
gosh.
is dumb.
Go for any of the others.
Anybody else would have been a better choice.
I I don't understand why people like Mike.
Why Mike gets all the love? I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Yeah. It's like Dustin, Lucas.
Yeah.
Go for Steve Harrington, honestly. Come on.
I mean, was that not your default?
Steve's like, yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah, but still. He'd be cool about it.
Yeah, exactly. He'd be like...
Still be friends.
Yeah, he'd be like, you know what? It's okay. I'll find somebody to set you up with.
Right.
Look what I did
with Robin.
With Robin over here.
Yeah.
I helped her out, you know?
Yeah.
I'll be your wingman, you know?
That's right. Can't help that I'm gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that's interesting. I didn't even think about that. That's cool.
So anyway, yeah, there's not really that much happening with them.
Yeah.
And then, of course, now they're all together.
And they're gonna go to the place.
They're trying to get to Hawkins, but they can't get there.
Which has to be so many hours. I can't imagine how long that would take.
Yeah, it's going to take way too long for them to drive there. And they can't get a flight, even for like one of them. Because they're like, if we could just get a flight for Elle, she can go there by herself. But no, they can't even get that.
Yeah.
Everything's all booked up or whatever. And they know that they have to get there as soon as possible because she's still been checking up on them. And she's hearing their plan of what they're going to do in Hawkins. Yep. So before we go further with them, we should probably talk about what's actually going on in Hawkins. I think. Because this is where all of their storylines kind of meet up. So, like we said, Nancy is still with Vecna. He tells her to let Eleven know what's going on. She tells about all the monsters. And, Hawkins is basically under attack. They're in danger. And they've got to figure out a plan to stop him.
Yep.
So, they know that there are going to be 4 gates. Because there are 4 chimes on the grandfather clock.
Yep.
And also, I think she saw 4 gates open. Which means there are 3 gates already, because he's killed 3 people. Mm-hmm. The 4th was supposed to be Max.
Right.
So Max is like, you know what? I'm already on his radar.
Yeah,
I'll be bait. And you guys can just throw some Kate Bush in my ears. Mm-hmm. Once I start levitating, I'll get back. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. And some of them are going to go into Upside Down and go after him, while the ones right side up, the ones in Hawkins, are using Max as bait. Yeah. So they have to go to get some weapons. Yep. So
go to the big gun shop. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And actually, first they have to figure out how they're going to get around. I forgot this. They steal an RV.
Oh, yeah, they do.
And because they've got to get Eddie out of there.
There were so many things to steal around there, and they're like, this RV, and that's like probably set up and is attached to things and has a porch thing. Yeah. It seems like the worst choice, and is probably the most obvious thing driving around town. But hey, that's whatever.
And they have to get Eddie out of there because they're still in the trailer park. Because they did all come back to the right side up. Yeah. And they've got to get Eddie out of there because everybody's still looking for him. Mm-hmm. So they put him in a Michael Myers mask. Yeah. Do you remember that?
Yeah, she was Michael Myers for Halloween.
Max was Michael Myers, in the 2nd season. So I guess it's the same mask because she probably just went over to her trailer and was like, here we go.
She said, I got something.
Mm-hmm. So they steal the RV. Steve drives it because I guess they think he's the best driver. I
don't know why, but whatever.
He and Nancy sit in the front and they talk.
Yeah.
And so he's telling her about like how he wants to have like 6 or 7 kids or whatever. And she's like, oh, that's a lot.
Drive around in an RV, go camping and just spend time with the family.
That's his dream.
Yeah, because he's a good dude.
Yep. And then Lucas and Max also have a little moment because she's like, what? Here's what I'm going to do. I know that he's going to try to bring up like all these dark memories. So I'm going to try to find a light memory and go into the light and I can stay there. I can hide there. Yeah. Which maybe that's what Will did when he was in the Upside Down. Don't really know. But
maybe thought of Mike.
Maybe.
And them playing D&D or something.
So she's like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into a happy memory, stay there. I should be able to hide out until you guys can do what you need to do. So he's like, am I in that happy memory? Yeah. She's like, really, dude? Maybe. Spoiler, he is.
Yep.
So, yeah, they have their little moment also.
Mm-hmm.
They get to the ammo place. They're walking around trying to find all the stuff they need. And guess who else is there?
The jocks are there, of course.
Stinking basketball players. Get out of here, basketball players.
I hated this part of the story.
Right. So they do manage to get away with some stuff that they need.
Yeah, they got a shotgun and
they got
ammo
and they have stuff to make Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
They also take like
a lot of
trash
knives and stuff.
trash bin lids and poke like nails into them.
Yeah.
So that they can use it like
knives,
as a shield or something.
Like yeah.
And they have like spears. They're kitted out as much as they can be.
They are.
Because they're like, well, we've got some stuff. Hopefully this will be enough.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, all right, we're ready to go. Oh, and Robin, of course, is like, I know we've done this before and everything, but I just don't think we're going to make it this time. It's like, Robin, you got to shut your mouth. Don't say things like that.
Yeah, I was worried she was going to bite it.
Mm-hmm. It's like, you can't say these things. That's what gets you killed. You say things like that, it gets you killed.
Yeah.
So they are all in the RV. They're ready to put their plan into action.
Yep.
Max, Lucas, and Erica get out at the Creel house, and they have their little lanterns, and they go inside.
Yeah.
And
they go up in the attic, basically.
Yes. They go in. They're very quiet in there.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to figure out where he is so that Max can have herself as bait or whatever. I don't understand why they didn't just go straight up to the attic, because that's where he was the last time.
That's where he goes whenever he summons people.
Yeah, and that's where he was last time, and that's where like all the flashlights burst in their hands and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they didn't just go straight in there, but they didn't.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I don't know. I guess they wanted to make sure he was there.
I guess so.
They wanted to find him in the house.
So they're all in there. The others go back into the Upside Down. Yeah. So you've got Steve, Nancy, and Robin. They're all heading to the Creel house in the Upside Down. And then also Eddie and Dustin go into the Upside Down, and they're staying at Eddie's trailer at the gate there so that they can distract the bats.
Yeah.
So that they can keep them away from the house so that the others can get there. There's a lot going on. And everything has to be timed perfectly.
Yeah.
So all of that's happening. And then this is where Elle realizes that she can help them out without actually having to leave, without actually having to be in Hawkins.
Right.
Because she can piggyback through Max's memories to get to Vecna.
Yeah.
So that's what they're going to do. So they have to figure out how to make a little salt bath for her.
Yeah.
And her little sensory deprivation tank or whatever. And wow, Argyle has the perfect idea.
That's right.
Because he's so smart. He's like, well, there are
he's the real hero.
Surfer Boy pizzas here, so we can just go to one of those and use one of the dough freezers to make a bath for her. Yeah. Because we've already got salt. A lot of salt there, so apparently. We can go ahead and do that. So that's what they do. They head in there. And of course, while they're making the salt bath, he's like, I'm making a pizza.
Makes pizza.
And he makes a pineapple pizza, or a pizza with pineapple on it. I don't know what all was on it, but it had pineapple for sure, because Mike's like, I don't want pineapple. And I'm like, Mike, this is another reason that I hate you.
Of course he doesn't like pineapple.
Of course you don't like pineapple. Well, have you ever tried it before? No, it's just gross to have fruit on pizza. And 11 tastes it, and she's like, this is amazing. Yeah. You have to try it. I'm like, thank you, 11.
Yeah.
Thank you. See, I knew you were so much better than him. Oh, boy. So, yeah, all of that happens.
Yep.
Inside of the Creel house, they find out where he's located, and they're ready to tell the others that Max is about to do her luring thing. She's about to start calling him out, and Erica goes across the street, because there's like a playground right across the street.
Yep.
And she's got her lantern there, and
she walkies them. Right?
Well, I think she just talks, because they can hear in the Upside Down.
That's right.
So she tells them that the next phase of the plan is about to happen, so get ready. Yeah. He's about to be distracted. He's about to, go for Max. So Of course, though, somebody happens to walk by and see her out there.
Some dude. Why would he have any connection to the jocks at all? Just some guy with his dog.
He's walking his dog. First of all, is there not a curfew in place?
No.
I thought there was.
Maybe for kids, but he's an adult.
Maybe, but I thought it was basically for everybody, but I guess not. Anyway.
They weren't listening. The town was everywhere.
Because he's just out walking his dog, and then he's like, hey, I guess I should call these basketball players, these random guys.
Who should I call first? The basketball players.
But, I mean, they were, starting like a big mob kind of thing.
Still, it's so weird.
It is.
Like, I don't think that guy was going to even be at the town meeting. I don't see him being at the town meeting. Come on.
I don't know. But anyway, he does get in contact with them and lets them know that there's something going on at the Creel house and they should probably get there.
Yep.
Also, in the Upside Down, once Dustin and Eddie are getting ready to distract the bats or whatever.
Right.
And that's when Eddie sees that his guitar is there. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
This guitar was made for this. So, he's got his amp and everything. He's ready to rock.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's what he's going to do. He's going to play some music, some soothing music for those bats.
Yeah. Really Pied Piper him over there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to mention that Max and Lucas, while they were waiting to go for Vecna, they plan a date, basically, to go to the movies together. So it's like, oh, they're going to get back together. That's really cute.
Yep.
And she draws a picture of them together at the movie theater.
Yeah.
Which was really cute.
Basically, the plan starts at this point.
Yep. It starts. The tub is ready for Elle, which is perfect timing. So she goes ahead and gets into the tub. Oh, also, there was a little point where Jonathan and Will talked where he's basically like, Jonathan's like, Will, if there's anything you need to tell me, hint, hint, let me know you're gay. Yeah. I'm going to accept you.
I'm your brother, dog.
I'm going to love you no matter what, Yeah. Just tell me. You can talk to me. Anytime you need to, you can talk to me. Yeah. I promise. I'm still going to love you, whatever you have to say. Which was really sweet.
It was a good moment.
It was very good. So yeah, they get Elle into the tub. She finds Max and Lucas. Max's plan is not working at that point. So she just kind of sits there and she starts talking to Vecna. And
she actually did want Billy to die.
Yeah, that's what she says.
Dreamt about it, wished for it, and all that because he sucked.
Yep.
Which he did.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are going back and saying, oh, we all loved Billy. I hated Billy the whole time. There wasn't a point where I was like, go Billy, even when he kind of turned good at the end.
Yeah,
screw Billy. Billy sucked.
You may have liked Dacre Montgomery because he's good looking. Yeah. But you did not like Billy.
Yeah, they're like all these people that died that we loved, all these characters. You got
Barb. Yeah, Barb was fine.
Yeah, she was fine.
You got Bob. Loved Bob. He's the best. You got
Billy. No.
What? No,
Billy was awful.
It's like, no, if you're gonna choose a character from that season, the season when Billy died, you're gonna choose the Russian that got shot at the festival, at the carnival or whatever.
Oh,
His name I can't even remember at the moment, but Alexei. You're gonna choose Alexei. Yeah. Because Alexei was cool. He just wanted to sit around and eat and drink cherry Slurpees.
There you go.
I mean, come on.
Yeah,
he was great.
But Billy, who cares?
No.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's some revisionist history stuff right here.
Yep. She starts talking to Vecna. Max starts talking to Vecna about all of that stuff. And then suddenly Lucas starts telling her, you're a terrible person. You wanted Billy to die. I can't
believe this.
And immediately I'm like...
Do you want me to die?
And immediately I'm like, that ain't Lucas.
Yeah, obviously.
I've seen some people react to it and they're just like, what? Why? Why would he? It's like,
You're an idiot if you thought that was still Lucas. You're dumb if you think
that is... Exactly.
Like, you don't love me anymore? His eyes are white. Like,
well, they weren't at first. I
think it was pretty quick.
It was pretty quick, yeah.
So
it's like... this is not Lucas.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's in the trance. So he's trying to wake her up, or not really trying to wake her up. He's just kind of like, oh my gosh, okay, we're into the next part of the phase. So he lets Erica know. He flashes the light and everything, so she knows. And then she's attacked by one of the baseball players because of course they show up.
Of course.
So annoying.
And we couldn't have the delay of 11 waiting for training more, so the delay comes with the jocks delaying Lucas, basically.
Messing things up, exactly.
Which is just so dumb.
It's so annoying. So yeah, while Max is in her trance, Erica is being chased by one of the guys. And she does, like, at one point, she does end up, like, kicking him, like, in the crotch. And I was like, go, Erica, because jerk. But, of course, Jason gets upstairs in the attic of the Creel house and is like, Lucas, I can't believe you devil worshiper. You need to take her out of this trance. He's like, I cannot do that. It's like, if I do that, everybody is gonna die in Hawkins. But of course, Jason's like, well, I've got a gun, so I'm gonna point it at you.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
It's the worst. Yeah.
Get out. I don't like you. I've never liked you, not from the first moment.
But in a year, they're gonna be like, all our favorites died, like Jason. Like, no, nobody liked this guy. Stop it.
Spoiler, Jason dies.
Yeah, spoiler.
I mean, honestly, we're spoiling everything, so it's... I just like throwing
spoilers for our later spoiler.
Exactly. All of this is happening. Also, Elle is inside of her memory. But it's like an old memory of before she went to LA. It was when she was a little bit younger, and she's like,
got a
did I say LA?
Thing. Yeah, you said LA.
Did I say before she went to LA?
Before when she was in LA.
When she was in LA. Okay, before she went to Hawkins, when she was in LA, I guess. And yeah, there's people all skating and everything.
Including Billy.
Yeah. Was Billy?
Beloved character. Pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
I don't know.
I block Billy out of my mind half the time, so. Anyway, so 11 sees, like, on the bridge, there's...
Well, it's not there yet.
Oh, it's not there yet, because she hasn't gone there.
Because Max is talking to Vecna now. Vecna's come to her, and he's trying to get her, so she goes into a good memory.
Yes, and the good memory is the snowball.
Yeah, where she danced with Lucas.
And kissed Lucas.
Yeah.
And,
you
know,
that's
she was
what
just...
11 sees.
Yeah. So she sees it up on the bridge, and she's like, oh, it's another memory. And you're going, 11! Hurry up!
Run! Nobody hurries for anything.
She just, like, slowly walks over there. It's like, oh my gosh.
Everybody's taking their sweet time.
Right?
Which is why whenever you pause it, it's like, an hour 45 left. Because everybody's walking around.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Fighting basketball players.
I can't help this. Also, Eddie and Dustin are up on top of the trailer at this point, and he starts playing that guitar.
Inner Sandman.
Because I think they've got the walkie-talkies with the others.
Do. You're right.
And so they're like, okay, we need to distract those bats. So start it. So yeah. Did you say Inner Sandman?
Yep.
Master of Puppets.
Was it Master of Puppets? Okay.
It was Master of Puppets. Yeah. So he starts playing some Metallica.
Okay.
And all the bats start coming. So bats are out of the way. They can go into the Creel house now.
Nice. And before they go in, Robin's like, or somebody's like, I'm really clumsy.
Oh, yeah.
Will fall down.
Robin is very clumsy. And I think they had talked about it before, and they're like, don't step on any of the tentacles or whatever. Because
it's a hive mind.
Yeah. And they're just all over the place. It's like, no.
Yeah. I thought for sure somebody was going to trigger it, but really nobody did.
No, nobody did. Also, this is the point where in the subtitles, the people who were doing the captions were having a lot of fun because it was like wet squelching sounds and stuff. I'm like, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Very annoying. So yeah, they're in the house. They're trying not to touch anything, but they've got to get all the way up to the attic.
And they get close, but then something... Like, the plan starts to unravel. They know, Vecna knows they're there. Like, Vecna even, like, finds Max eventually in her good dream. Yeah. And he's like, I know what you're doing. You need to stop it. I even know what your friends are doing.
Yeah, and it starts, like, the memory starts fading and, like,
rotting
the
away.
The music that's playing starts kind of getting warped and everything because he's messing everything up.
Turns into Ella Fitzgerald, which apparently is evil music again. I don't know why they keep turning it evil.
Well, it's from his childhood. It's not supposed to be evil because that's actually what got his dad out of his trance.
But every time it turns to his side, it goes starts to
playing
that song.
It's like, why? Stop.
I don't know why either.
Maybe it was just that was a formative memory for him, and so it keeps coming back.
Yes, so.
Because that was what was playing the first time he killed somebody. Because when he killed his mom. So I guess that's how it's connected.
So his tentacles grab onto Steve and Nancy and
Robin. They're all just like pulled up against the wall.
They're getting choked. Like they're getting strangled. So we're like, they better hurry. Those
Yeah.
kids are gonna die. Don't worry. They can last for another hour or so. They'll be fine.
It takes about 40 minutes for them to actually get out of this situation.
It was ridiculous.
It's because they're not... It's because all the timelines are kind of a little bit off, I think.
I don't care. You're gonna last like 2 minutes getting strangled, if that. Like, you're cutting off the blood to your head. Yeah. You're not gonna last very long at all before passing out.
Well, I mean, I think it's just because a lot of this stuff is happening simultaneously, and they just can't go. They chose a wrong time to show it. What it is.
Yes.
that's
they
really
should have had them like fight the tentacle a little longer or something instead of just immediately choking them up against the wall.
They could have had them fighting the tentacles and then cut to something else.
Because they had weapons and stuff. I mean, they were going to use them on Vecna, but you do something.
Yeah, cut to something else, have all this other stuff happen, come back to them later, closer to the point where it's all about to finish.
Yeah, because it cuts back to them a lot and they're still choking.
It's like, no.
Yeah.
This makes it look like they've been choking forever. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Or even just have them like up against the wall and not choking, just up against the wall, and then suddenly, oh no, they're being choked, and then they're 5 minutes later,
the tentacles, keeping them from going at them.
There were different ways you could have done.
They could have put all the wet biting in there.
I mean,
closed captions would have loved it.
There were some editing choices made that were not the best.
Bats are going after Eddie and Justin.
Yeah, they get back into the trailer, but they're starting to come in to the trailer because there's like a vent on the ceiling or whatever, and so they come through it. They stop them there, but then there's another vent somewhere else, and they're coming through it. So Dustin goes back to the real world, and he falls and he like hurts his ankle, I think.
He like, something.
And Eddie starts coming out. He's climbing the rope. He's gonna get up there, but all these bats are coming, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna play the hero. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna keep distracting them. And Dustin's like, no, and I'm like, well, rip Eddie, you're gonna die.
This was so unnecessary. Another unnecessary thing. And especially what happens next. Like, I can see, you want to distract them longer. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
The thing is, Nancy and all of them are already inside the house.
Uh-huh.
They're probably okay away from the bats.
Probably.
Because Vecna's already got them.
Yeah, but, I mean, if the bats went back and, like, went through the windows and started biting at all the kids, it might cause a problem.
Maybe.
Since the tentacles aren't choking them, killing them fast enough.
I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, and he also cuts the thing.
Yeah, he cuts the bed sheets, the rope.
Like, sucks to be Steve and the rest of them trying to get out of there.
Well, I mean,
I guess they can make a new one, but still.
I was gonna say they could go through where the lake is. I don't know how they get back. It doesn't explain it.
No.
And
I mean, I imagine they went back out.
But I mean, there's plenty of gate at the end. By the time they can get out, there's plenty of places for them to get out. Because there's a whole cross basically in the town.
Yeah.
there's plenty of room.
I got a question.
But how are they going to get out through that? Because if that killed Jason.
I don't have a question.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
It doesn't explain.
Doesn't.
But so he stays behind so that he can buy him more time.
And his plan, he could have just like fought him from in there. At least you got like a choke point, like 300 or something.
Yeah.
But he decides to just go outside and ride a bike away from it.
Yeah.
Which is not a great deal.
The only reason I could think that he might have done that, and the reason that he did that is so that they would go after him and not go after Dustin and go through the gate, maybe?
I guess, yeah.
But we haven't seen the bats go through the gates at any time, so do they?
And they could have, like when we first kind of saw them with Steve and they were biting Steve. Yeah, they were right next to a gate and they guarded the gate instead of going through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't know if they even go through the gates.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. So back in Max's memory, Vecna's about to he's trying to kill her or whatever when 11 arrives. Mm-hmm. And she starts fighting him basically. Yeah. And he kind of like throws Max against the wall or whatever. Yeah. But she's fighting. 11 is fighting him. Dustin jumps back through.
Yeah, that's when he hurts his ankle.
That's when he gets hurt. Yeah, he jumps back through, which I was surprised because I was like, wow, Dustin, you must have some
mad upper body strength
to get through that gate. But okay,
I'm surprised.
I would not be able to do it
without clavicle bones too, or whatever he's got. Like, bro,
right?
I'm surprised. I figured that would be important. I don't know.
I don't know, but he gets back through, and he's kind of like going after Eddie, but all the bats are already past or way out there. Jason and Lucas are still fighting. All of this is happening, and then 11, I guess she kind of like knocks Vecna out or something.
She hurls him through the stands.
Is that okay?
The gym stands.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then she goes over to Max, and Max is like, "Are you real?" And she's like, "Yeah, I piggybacked from a pizza dough freezer."
Mm-hmm.
And Max is like, "What? That doesn't make any sense."
Yeah. But Vecna's actually okay.
Yeah, he's
and
fine.
Comes back.
He comes back. He gets the upper hand.
Yeah.
He ties up 11 because it goes back to
into
his little thing with all the floating pieces of the house.
Mm-hmm. The red area.
Mm-hmm. He ties up 11 so that she can watch him kill Max.
Yeah.
And before he can really get started, she's like, "Papa's dead, and he's the monster," and all this stuff.
We're not the monsters.
Yeah.
Like, I am the monster, bro.
Yeah, and he tells her, he's kind of like, "I guess I should be thanking you for sending me here," or something. Because he's like,
he
"I got here and I became an explorer," and he wandered around this new world, and he saw, like, you can see, like, Demogorgon and Demodogs and everything in the background. They're just doing their own thing.
Basically made the Mind Flayer.
Yeah, the Mind Flayer was just, like, this shadowy kind of thing, and he makes it into the shape of, like, a spider, because he was obsessed with spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
They still didn't answer why there's Hawkins in the Upside Down, and it's in the past.
And it's in 1983. Yeah, so, it doesn't really say that.
I was like, come on, answer that, and they didn't.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed.
So, in the third season, when the Mind Flayer attacked her, it took her power. Mm-hmm. So that's what made him stronger, because he used that power for him. Anyway, so yeah, he tells all that. And then everybody is just like, I think that at this point it shows everybody is kind of like in a bad spot. Exactly, because being choked, being attacked by bats.
Yep.
It also shows in Russia that's when the Demodog is like trying to eat Hopper and all this stuff. So everybody's having a bad time.
Yep.
And then Vecna goes over to Max. Oh my god.
He's like, "It's time.
Here we go."
And I was like, no.
No.
Surely no.
No. That ain't gonna happen.
She levitates in the real world.
Yep. And of course, freaking Jason had stepped on the Walkman, so they can't play the music.
Right.
He's still fighting with Lucas also.
Yeah, just beating the crap out of him.
And so she levitates, and bones start snapping, and we're like, no.
Like,
you cannot.
You don't want to wake up at this point. Like, I'm hoping she dies, because if she comes back and is fine, and is like, "Oh my god, my arms and legs are all broken," then just kill me. I'm down. I don't want to feel that. That has to be the most insane pain, just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine. But yeah.
And I mean, it's slowly showing it too. Like all these other things are happening, and then suddenly it'll be like bone snap. I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Lucas does manage to get away from Jason and is trying to like yell at her to like come back or whatever.
Yeah. To
try to help, but nothing's happening. Nothing can help except for Elle. Because she's still tied up and everything, and she's watching it, and she's crying.
But the real hero here
of course, we have
Mike.
the heart of the group.
The heart of the show, really.
Oh my gosh, because everybody loves
the beloved character, Mike.
So Will's like, You're the heart. You're the heart.
She needs you.
You're the heart, Mike.
She can hear you.
So, yeah, they've pulled her out of the tank at this point because she's, like, convulsing. And he's like, okay, Elle, I love you. I've loved you since the first moment I saw you out in the rain and blah, 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 and all this stuff.
You can do it.
You can do it. I believe in you. Fight it. And so she sends Vecna flying. Yeah. Which means that he loses his connection to Max, and she falls down.
Yeah, she's
eyes just bleeding.
Messed up. Yeah. She can't see.
She can't feel anything. And Lucas is just holding her like, it's okay, we're gonna get help.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, flip over to, this is also around the time that in Russia they kill everything, which affects all of the bats, so they all fall to the ground.
Well, before they fell to the ground, they bum rushed Eddie.
Oh yeah, they had already.
And he was like, he was running to get to shelter. Then he's like, no, I'm done running. I'm gonna fight. Why? You idiot. you dumb idiot. So he just stands there, holds his shield with knives out in front. He's like, ah! And they all fly straight into it. They create a tornado around him.
And then they get him on the ground and start biting him. And it's like...
And he dies for no reason.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. I do have something to say about Eddie, though. But we'll get to it in a second. So, yeah. He's being attacked and everything, but then all the things fall down, and then also all of the tentacles finally let go of the other ones that they've been choking for like 50 minutes or whatever. So yeah, Dustin goes over to Eddie and he holds him in his arms and he's like, "It's okay, man, I'm gonna get you back." And he's like, "Nope."
Yeah, no, I'm gonna die, bro.
He's like, "Do you think I'll still get to graduate or whatever?" And it's like, oh, jeez.
He's like, "I think this is my year.
This is my year," and I'm like, "Nope, sorry, buddy, it's not." So he tells Dustin that he loves him, and Dustin tells him that he loves him too, and then he dies in Dustin's arms.
Yep.
And I didn't cry.
No, because it was stupid. That
it was
he stayed
dumb.
there. He should have died.
And the thing is, of course he was going to die.
Yeah. What's he going to go back to?
He's going to go back, and everybody's going to go, "You killed those kids," because they don't know what happened.
Right.
Because they all think that when the gates open, they all think that is
an earthquake.
An earthquake.
Yeah.
They don't realize that they're connected. Yeah. They still think that he has killed these 3 kids through some kind of weird rituals or whatever. He's still their main suspect. He goes back. He goes to jail.
Yeah, for sure.
So...
Yeah.
He has nothing to go back for.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I guess they had to kill him.
Honestly, it's better if he dies, probably.
But there was better ways than just like
making him look like an
dumb
idiot.
Choice. Yeah.
And the thing is, I liked Eddie at this point. So I'm like, dang it, why couldn't you have given him a better ending?
Yeah. I mean, he was always kind of dumb. I guess it plays to his character.
I guess, but I don't know.
I don't know.
It was annoying. So
Elle has the upper hand. Steve and them are finally able to get to Vecna, and
they get up there.
They start blasting.
They hit him with a few Molotovs. He's flaming, and we're like, "Okay, Nancy, it's time to shoot him." Nancy, shoot him. Yeah. Nancy, shoot the guy. Yeah. It takes her so long to just go after him. Yeah. And then it's like, "Okay, you're shooting him good. Shoot him in the head." Yeah. Nancy, shoot him in the head. Nancy, shoot him in the head. Yeah. Does not shoot him in the head. She doesn't. So he falls out a window, smack onto the ground. I was like,
"Oh man, they're gonna Michael Myers him."
They're gonna Michael Myers him, aren't they? Yep, they did, because they walk downstairs. Of course, his body's missing. Yeah. And then at this point, it's back with Lucas and Max, and Max straight up dies.
Yep, she does, which is for the best, because she was in a bad spot.
Because it's like...
Well, at least we think she's gonna... Well, yeah, we do.
At this point, she's dead.
Yeah.
She's dead. She's straight up dead.
Oh, and Jason also got cut in half by the gate, because all the gates opened. Yeah, because
since she's dead, the 4 chimes happen. All 4 gates are open. It starts like pandemonium. It's just like everything is being cracked open. Jason happens to be laying on top of one of those, and he just gets cut in half, and like rib cage is just like falling apart. It's
Thank goodness.
And I was like, not gonna miss him. Maybe that's mean, but...
Nope, he sucks.
He sucks. So Max is dead, but then 11 sees all of this and sees Max and Lucas is crying over her dead body. And she's like, "No." And is like, "I'm gonna bring her back." Yeah.
Touches her heart.
And then
fade to black.
Yeah, fade to black.
And we're in the hospital.
It's 2 days later. Well, first, it's 2 days later. You see the pizza truck is driving in.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's leaving town because it's just devastation. Yeah. And honestly, probably for the best to leave.
You need to get out of there.
Get out of there while you can. Gates of hell are
opening, basically. So, time to go.
Yeah, so there's like all of these, like the news reports are like, it was an earthquake. It's
like a 7 or something.
It's pretty bad.
Fire gates have opened. It's fine.
There are like 22 people that were dead. There are people that are missing. And of course, one of them that's missing is Eddie. Yeah. Then they pull up in the pizza van and everybody hugs because they're like, "Okay, yay, everybody's back together again." Well, almost
Hopper
everybody.
and them are back.
Well, that's later. They're not there at that point.
Oh, okay.
So it's just all the kids and stuff at this point.
Okay. And they're going to go to the school, I guess.
Yeah, some of them are going to go to the school to help out because they're having like a donation drive, and they're like making food and stuff for people who have lost their homes and all this stuff. And before they head out that way, they go to the hospital because Lucas is not there and Max is not there because they're in the hospital.
Yep.
Lucas is fine. He's reading a book.
Beat up pretty good.
Yeah.
But
He's reading a book to Max, who is in a coma with casts all over her body.
Yeah, full body casts. Just let her die.
Yikes. And the picture that she drew of them at the movie theater is like hanging up on the wall.
Yeah.
It's like, oh jeez, don't do this.
Sad. Yeah.
So they go up to her, and 11 tries to go into her mind and calls for her, but there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Then at the school, Robin is there making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and Vicky, the girl that she likes, shows up. Oh yeah, she was also at the ammo store with her boyfriend.
With her boyfriend,
but
like in college or
they
something.
broke up.
Yeah.
And now they're making PB&Js together. And
we get a little flirty.
She's like a nervous talker, like Robin is.
Right.
And it's really cute.
Yeah.
And Robin's just sitting there like, okay, maybe.
Steve's over there
Steve's
shaking his head.
Yeah, that's right.
I did that.
Exactly. And then the part that made me cry is this point. Because Eddie's uncle is there.
Oh,
and he goes up because they're like missing, like there's a big board with like missing persons.
Yeah.
And Eddie's up there, but somebody has drawn like devil horns and stuff on it. So he takes it off and puts a fresh one up. And Dustin sees it, and he goes over to him and starts talking to him, telling him that he was with him when he died. And when Dustin cries, I'm like, I can't. I cried a little bit. Not too much. And plus, the uncle was really, really sad too.
Yeah.
But he's like, basically, he died a hero.
Yeah.
Saving people. And I'm like,
they'll never
what does
know.
the uncle think happened?
If there was an earthquake, maybe he saved some kids from falling into the holes.
Maybe.
Yeah,
and then got injured or something and died. I don't know, or fell through himself or something. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But it was just kind of weird.
Yeah.
But he has like whatever, like dog tags or whatever he had with him.
Yeah.
Was it dog tags?
It
wasn't dog tags. It was some kind of necklace.
Yeah, it was a necklace with something on it. I can't remember what it was.
But he gives it to him, I guess, kind of like as proof that he was there or whatever. And so that he'll have something of his.
Yeah.
So, very sad.
I guess Dustin just ripped those off his neck before he left.
He's like,
left him there.
I guess so.
Somebody's going to want these.
What did they do with Eddie's body? I wonder.
They left it for the bats. Say. Bats are still just chomping on it.
No, don't like that. So
it's right there with Barb's body.
Maybe.
And Chrissy.
Oh gosh. And Fred?
Fred, yeah.
And Patrick, I think, was the other guy, the basketball player. Yeah. So then it shows they're at the cabin. Nancy and Jonathan are outside. They're like working on boarding up the windows because they're going to keep 11 there so that the government doesn't know where she is. Yeah. So they're talking and they're like, "We good? Yeah, we're good." And it's like, you're still not talking to each other, but okay, sure, whatever. Because he keeps lying about some, like, an acceptance letter or whatever.
Yeah, which he's decided not to go to college and all that.
Yeah.
So,
but he just keeps lying about it. And it's like...
And she's into Steve now, obviously.
Yeah. And there was like this little moment when Jonathan shows up and hugs her, and Steve's just like, "I guess I'll just walk over here." Like a real Eeyore moment.
Steve even told her, like, at somewhere in the Upside Down, that whole thing about in the RV.
Yeah.
He was talking about her. He pictured her.
Yeah.
And whenever he had that dream.
When they were trying to get to the Creel house, when they were walking there, he was talking to her about it. And it's like, yeah, you were there too in my dream. So also inside of the cabin, Will and Mike are talking about how 11 wasn't ready, that Brenner said that 11 wasn't ready for everything. And now she thinks that she could have done more. She blames herself for not training more or something. But I mean, she didn't have time. Yeah.
Or maybe not going all out and killing him completely.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. But she blames herself.
Yeah. And Will's like, "I still feel him. He's alive."
Yeah, he's hurt, but he's still out there.
Yeah.
We've got to kill him. And then 11 is in her room and they hear a car pull up and the door opens and it's Hopper. Yeah. So they get to be reunited. They hug. Sweet. It was really cute.
It's like I left the door open 3 inches.
Yeah. Oh, it was really cute. And then he's like, "We have the same haircut, you know?" Yeah. He's like, "And I'm less fat now." Yeah. Yeah. So they have a cute little moment, and then they go outside. They're all hugging because Joyce is there too with him. even Hopper and Mike hug, which is kind of strange.
Yeah. It's like, you grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yep. All right.
And then Will is standing there and he feels prickles on the back of his neck. And he turns around and there's like a big storm coming, it looks like. And then there's like the ash or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever
the
was.
Ash snow.
Yeah, the ash snow kind of stuff that is all over the Upside Down. It's now bleeding into Hawkins. They walk over. The gates are like smoking. There's the ash falling everywhere. The ground is starting to like rot, it looks like.
Yep.
And they're like, oh no.
It's happening.
It's happening. And that's how it ends. And the funny thing is, it's like you have Jonathan and Nancy standing together over here. So you've got your couple here. And then you've got Joyce and Hopper over here, our little couple. And Eleven is standing like out in the field. And behind her, it's Will and Mike, our other couple. Who are not actually a couple.
Yeah. And Will deserves better.
Right? Thank you. But yeah, that's how it ends.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that I said when we were talking about the first part of the season that I had heard the 5th season was not going to be the same people, but it's not that. It's going to be a time jump, I think.
Which is weird.
Which, how are they going to do a time jump?
Like, what are they doing? I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they can do a time jump with that. I mean, I guess they could. Yeah, I don't see how they can do that.
Depends on how long the time jump is, I guess.
Yeah. And because
they're like 5 years later. Like, that's insane.
It's like, were they just waiting for Vecna to feel better? And they're like, now I guess we can fight him. Yeah. He's not hurt anymore.
And the Upside Down's just coming in.
Yeah.
It's like taking over
the whole world or something. It's like, I don't
know.
think that's going to work well, but I don't know.
Yeah. The season, I thought it was exciting. There's a lot of exciting, interesting stuff happening.
Yeah.
I thought Vecna was a good villain.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's like my favorite season.
Yeah, I don't know.
There were obviously some bad choices. But overall, I think they did a good job.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I liked getting some backstory about, inside the facility and everything.
Yeah, find out what happened and all that.
Because it was weird that she was the only one there. You know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting to explain all of that and stuff.
Everybody was good again. They're a good cast. Mike sucks. Yeah. But,
Sorry, Finn Wolfhard.
Probably not Finn's fault. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, Will is not Will. I keep saying Will. Mike is just not interesting to me.
Yeah. I am curious to see what happens in the next season, but I do think I am ready for it to end.
Yeah.
I think I'm done.
And I'm ready for it to end. And also, I know that some of the cast have been like, you've got to start killing off main characters. You can't just introduce a new character and keep all of the main core alive and well.
I don't know. I don't want to kill anyone off. There's nobody I really want to die, honestly.
Mike.
Okay. Yes. Fair enough. Mike, let's kill him, but...
Just kill Mike.
Everybody else?
No, we're good.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe,
kill the heart. Stab the heart.
Maybe Will's brother, even though I like him now that he was real nice to Will.
Yeah. And
maybe Will needs to die, because, man, he just leads a life of suffering, it seems like.
Yeah, but you can't kill Will because he's the gay kid.
Yeah, it's true.
You can't kill your gays.
It's true.
You gotta stop doing that.
That's true. I mean, we got Robin.
True. But...
Yeah, I don't know.
Poor Will. I feel so bad for him, because he's been through so much.
Yeah. He has, man. He's had a rough life.
And the whole time he's had to have that terrible haircut.
Yeah, it's just so bad. All around.
This poor child.
I would have been fine if they would have, done a different ending and wrapped it up this season, honestly. Killed Vecna and that ended. Since he controls the whole Upside Down, you could just kill him. It destroys the Upside Down and everything's good.
That's what they're going to have to do in season 5.
Yeah, but they're going to keep it going for another season.
But I'm pretty sure 5 is the last season.
I think so, too.
And I think I think there's talk of a spinoff or something, but I don't know who
those Demidogs in the back to tanks.
Oh, yeah, we gotta showcase their memories.
Yeah. When they were just flashbacks. Regular dogs.
That's right.
Elsewhere.
Maybe maybe the spinoff will be in Russia. It'll just be Yuri and Dmitri. And I'll be like,
Adventures of Yuri and Dmitri.
And I'll be like, get Yuri out of here. Dmitri, yes, I'll watch him all day. I don't care. But because I liked his character. He was an interesting addition. But Yuri can just go. Just fly Katinka off into the sunset and never see him again, and I'd be fine.
Yeah.
I wonder if either of them will be back in the next season.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
All right.
And Argyle, is he just going to stay in Hawkins, or is he going back to California?
I don't know. Might go back to Utah or Las Vegas, wherever.
Oh, it was Utah.
That family was.
Yeah, it was Utah.
Because find that sister again.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Go do your thing, buddy.
Go on.
Don't let us stop you.
Exactly. I was not a fan of Argyle. I know a lot of people did like him, but I was like, not for me.
I didn't mind him. I didn't hate him, but I mean, I do find that stupid high trope really stupid. But it's I don't mind it. He had his good moments.
He had a few good moments.
Made a good pizza,
he made a good pizza. But I'm fine with him going back to California or to Utah or wherever he wants to go, other than Hawkins. And I would suggest that he get out of there because
I mean, honestly, everybody's probably going to leave Hawkins.
It's like, you don't want to be there.
Super destroyed. They're probably all going to go to California or wherever and live it up.
I hope so. Yep. Get out of there, that's for sure, because it's just a mess.
Yep. All right, so our snack drink for this episode is a limited edition flavor of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Which I originally saw at a convenience store. I was like, hey, that might be good for something, and then never bought it again until we finally saw it again. And you were like, hey, let's grab that.
Yeah, we were looking for our snack last week, actually. Mm-hmm. And we stopped at a convenience store, and you were looking at the honey buns, and I was like, I'm going to go see if that Dr. Pepper is over there. And it was, so I grabbed one. So it's been in my fridge for the past week.
Yeah.
But there we go.
It's dark berry, which is very specific.
Yes.
Which berry?
What berry is this? I don't know. Just a dark one.
Just know that it's dark. Blackberry, maybe a little blueberry.
Maybe. I mean, it fits well with this dark show that we just watched.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Stranger Things can get kind of dark sometimes, so why not have a dark berry flavored drink to go with it?
It's promoting Jurassic World Dominion.
Yep.
And under it says, see the movie. So,
see the movie.
Great advertising. See the movie. Do it.
So, you guys go see Jurassic World Dominion and come back. And if you haven't listened to our episode on it, listen to it.
There you go. All right.
Just trying to plug our podcast on our podcast.
I'm a big Dr. Pepper fan. You like Dr. Pepper as well. Mm-hmm. I've always drank Dr. Pepper. I remember when they had a thing where if you collected like 12 labels off there and sent it into them, they'd send you a free 6-pack. And I did that. I got a free 6-bottle pack of it. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was a kid at the time, and it changed my life.
Oh, goodness.
So I like this.
Oh, I do too. It is good.
It's a good dark berry.
Yeah. I don't know what
it is.
Exactly. I don't know what flavor exactly, but it is good. It goes really well with Dr. Pepper.
It's probably blue raspberry.
Well, if it is
the darkest of the berries.
If it is, then I'm okay with that.
As long as they don't say it.
As long as they just call it dark berry, I'm good.
Ingredients: blue raspberry, whole blue raspberries. Yeah, it doesn't go into detail.
Probably just says artificial flavors.
Flavors. Yeah, artificial flavors, natural flavors.
Okay, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is good, though.
I think it's better than Cherry Coke, and I like Cherry Coke.
Ooh, I don't know. I love Cherry Coke. Dr. Pepper's my favorite, but Cherry Coke is also up there.
Yeah.
Because, it's so good.
It's kind of what Dr. Pepper tastes like when you add Skittles to it.
Oh, okay.
So, if you ever want to know. Except you don't have that hard thing at the end that you still want to eat.
Hard, massive
sugar.
Skittles.
Yeah.
It's really good. I like it.
It is.
I wouldn't mind if they kept it around.
Yeah, it should stick around. Dr. Pepper always takes away all the good stuff, though.
Yeah, like you have Mountain Dew, and they're always like, Mountain Dew Code Red and stuff like that. Yeah. They keep it around forever. But then, keep this around, Dr. Pepper. This is good. Around. Man.
Yeah. I don't really like the cherry Dr. Pepper that came out and the cherry vanilla. I didn't really care for that too much.
I don't think I ever tried the cherry. I definitely did not try the cherry vanilla because I don't like cherry vanilla flavored Coke either. Yeah. I don't like vanilla Coke, really.
Yeah, I don't like vanilla.
Even though it's, people are like, well, it's like a Coke float, but
it's not.
There's too much vanilla or something.
Yeah, and there's no ice cream.
Yeah, exactly. The whole point of it is having ice cream.
I want that ice cream, bro.
So, yeah, it's not something I really like. Now, of course, cherry Coke I like. I would probably like the cherry Dr. Pepper, but this is definitely good.
Yep.
I like
Good
it a lot.
job. What are we going to rate this?
I don't know. It's going to be really high.
It is.
Because, I mean, Dr. Pepper's like a 10.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Pepper's 10 for me, for sure.
I'm going to say a 9, because I feel like it's not as good as just plain Dr. Pepper.
I'd still just have a Dr. Pepper.
But, I mean, if
I want to shake it up a little bit.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with a 9. I like it a
my
lot.
diet, you know? Need to stay healthy. I don't think
that's how it works.
What? I don't understand.
I need more fruits and vegetables in my diet.
More fruits.
I'm gonna have some dark berry Dr. Pepper.
I gotta have so many servings a day. Yeah, I agree. I think I might even go 9.5.
Wow.
Get it really up there.
Nice. Yeah, it's really good.
I'm digging it. I wasn't going to drink the rest of it, but now I am.
You even did the... That tells you something.
Yeah, we should be sponsored.
Dr. Pepper, sponsor us. We love you.
Have you tried Dark Berry Dr. Pepper? What'd you think? What'd you think about Stranger Things? Did they wrap it up really well? Or, I mean, they didn't really wrap it up, but did they wrap up the season well?
Are you looking forward to season 5 and what's going to happen there? Do you have any theories?
Who do you want to die? Do you have any Marvel theories, too? We had some interesting theories.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Why do you hate Mike?
Tell us why you hate Mike. You know why we do.
Let us know on Twitter at HavingFunCast or on Facebook at HavingFunPod.
Or you can send us an email at havingfunpod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to finish up this delicious Dr. Pepper. Mm-hmm. Y'all go out, have fun, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.